Hey there, everyone. Good day. Welcome to some more practice time. And what are we going to do today? Well, we'll move through some stuff for the hips today. And we'll get into the spine a little bit too, maybe even into the neck and shoulders, just a smidge. You might want a bolster with you, a couple blocks, blanket. You know the drill. So we will also just dive into our breath a little bit. So you might want to have a Kleenex nearby if you haven't blown your nose or anything this morning. Some stuff might come flying out. So get comfortable in a seated position. Make sure that you can sit tall with ease. So set yourself up with whatever support you need. And we'll move through Ego Eradicator. So this is our breath of fire, active exhales, passive inhales. And of course, if you haven't refined that breath practice yet, please go to the Breathe Easy guide and learn how to do breath of fire there so that you can enjoy these elements of the practice. Of course, you can do slow, deep breathing today if breath of fire is not part of your practice yet. So getting nice and settled in, relax the shoulders, extend your arms, fingers reach upward. We're 60 degrees from the body, not straight up. So give yourself space to breathe. Curl your fingers in, your thumbs point toward the midline. You can extend your arms straight. So you feel the strength through your arms. And this is where you find the lightness, right? Because if your hands are too close together, you're gonna get tired. Keep the arms apart. Soften the shoulders down. Close your eyes. Gaze into your third eye space, aka become consciously aware of your pituitary gland. Good luck. Look into the third eye space. Without judgment, without expectation, let's begin our breath. Keep going. So this is about the rhythm. It's not about becoming obsessed with the technique or the exact muscle groups you're using. Analytics is not going to help you here. This is a matter of softening and allowing the rhythm to move through you. So find your pace and stick with it. Straighten your arms, soften your shoulders. Good. Breathe in, thumbs together, fingers reach up, pelvic floor lifts. Hold. Exhale, circle the arms down to the sides. Place your palms onto your legs and just pause here for a moment. Extend through your arms, 60 degrees from the body. Fingers curl in, thumbs point to each other, shoulders down. You know what to do. Begin. Make sure your arms are straight. They'll get lazy. Straighten them. Strong. You know what to do. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Rest the hands onto the legs. Keep your eyes closed. Shift out your legs so your comfortable leg is in front. One more round here. Extend up through your arms, super strong. You're locking your elbows straight. Curl your fingers in, thumbs point to each other. Remember, 60 degrees with the arms. Close the eyes and begin. And breathe in. Exhale. Blink open your eyes. Hands onto the knees. Beautiful. So we cleared lots of space around the heart. Let's get into our hips a little bit. So just lean back from here. If you were seated on a blanket though, you might want to remove it. We're keeping the knees bent. The inner edges of the feet touch, and then we let the knees open up a bit. So you might be able to have the entire soles of the feet touching each other. If that feels like too much though, you don't need to do it. But if you can have the soles totally touching, then let's go for that today. Reach your hands forward. We've done this lots. Lean back and lean forward. So tiny little rocks forward and back. And remember, it's not a big movement. If you feel like you're using a lot of effort, you're doing it wrong. And you're rarely going to hear me say things like that, except for when it comes to these types of actions. So the goal here is to keep it as a gentle rocking sensation, and it is going to wake some muscle groups up though. So we're going for the more subtle spaces, and that's why we find the space where we can kind of be lazy here, because then we give the larger muscle groups permission to chill out. But when we do these smaller movements, oh yeah, can feel that deep in the inner line of the legs, including, of course, the hip flexors. You might feel this deep within the abdomen. Yeah, you might even notice awareness in the pelvic floor. You might notice the lower abdominal area. And keep your head neutral. Gaze at the space between your hands, or even just look at your feet. And I know this can be a lot, so now we're stopping. Sit up, plant your feet, and just relax over your thighs. Now sit up and sweep the feet to the right in deer pose. If your right sit bone is not on the ground, please use your blanket and slide it underneath your left sit bone so that your right one can get a bit heavier, okay? The idea is you want to have a tall spine. So it's pretty easy to tell if your hips are offline because you're going to be leaning to one side or the other. So once you're nice and tall, just bring your right hand to the left side of your skull and just really easily let your right ear come to your right shoulder. Your left arm is just relaxed right now. So really gently, and then ease off. Look to your right armpit, slide your hand to the back of your skull. Ease off, look forward again, right ear to right shoulder. And then ease off the right hand completely and just gaze slightly upward with your eyes. So your chin tilts just gently up. And then come up neutral with your spine. Let your head come back to neutral. Breathe in. Left hand comes behind you, hips lift up. You could extend the right leg out to the right and get a really big stretch here, but you don't have to. You can keep the right knee down. I find it's nice to extend the leg out to get into the hip flexor more, but you do what feels easiest, and then lower your hips down, let your right leg just come down with ease, and we'll switch it out. So switch the feet over to the left. Same thing here. If your left sit bone's not down, get a blanket and put it under the right side. And hang out there. So being where you need to be. Let's bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And bring the left hand to the right side of the skull. And breathe in. And then let's breathe out, look toward the left armpit, slide your hand to the back of the skull. Make sure your breath feels easy. Look back forward, shift the grip of your hand. Remember you're still nice and tall. And then ease off with your hand and tilt your chin to the ceiling. Just enough to get the front of your throat, look upward. And then sit back up tall, let your head come to a neutral place. Bring the right hand behind you. We lift the hips up here. So again, you can keep both knees down, or you can extend your left leg out to the left. See what you like better. They both do the same thing. Breath in, breath out. If you extended the leg, bring the left knee back in so you can easily sit back down. Bring your feet back out in front of you with the soles of the feet touching. If that part was available to you. If not, don't sweat it. Reach the hands forward. Let your legs relax this time, just to wherever they'll go. And then find your rocking back and forward, back and forward. And again, it's a small bit of motion, right? Like for me, when I have my knees this open, there's all kinds of like clunk, ka-clunk, ka-clunk. Whereas when I have my knees closer together, while the clunking is still there in some areas, but it shifts out. Whereas down here, there's a lot more. But if I make my movement smaller, what happens? Oh, things clear up. What a surprise. The movement's also easier. So please find the easiest, most lazy way to do this. I mean, obviously not so lazy that you're doing nothing, but just minimal effort. And breathe in and out of your nose. If it gets difficult to breathe in and out of your nose, you're likely trying too hard. Unless, of course, you got like some congestion or allergies or something going on, in which case, do the rehab and restore. Yeah? Or type in lymphatic or lymph or something into the search bar in the group and get some stuff flowing. The spring cleaning series is also good for that. Yep, we're still rocking back and forth and I'm still talking. Breathe in, breathe out. And then nice and easy, sit up, close your legs together, relax over the thighs. Awesome. Let's roll up to a seat. Now we're coming into a thunderbolt pose, so seated on the shins. Of course, this is not comfortable for everyone, so if you've got your bolster, you can set the bolster between your hips and your heels. If you have any tension on your knees, you can use your blanket. You could even roll the blanket up a tiny bit and slide it behind your knees and sit back. So find a space that works for you. I'm gonna actually do this knee one today because it just feels so nice to have that space back there. Oh yeah, all right. So seated on the shins, again, make sure that you're in a comfortable position. This is like one of the great things of practicing a lot of yoga is eventually you come to terms with understanding that props don't mean you're bad at yoga or that your body's not fit or any of those things. Props support us. And when we can find a way to access something with more support, it's amazing what else can open up. It really is. Open your arms out to the sides, palms are face up. Now, imagine like you're getting pulled in either direction. So start to get a little waver through the upper body. So your head stays neutral, your palms face up, and just your hands and arms are gliding. Now, of course, your shoulders get involved and your ribs get involved. So slide it over. It doesn't need to be a big movement. Now we're going to add the hands, okay? So every time you pull to the side, that palm will go down. So if you're pulling right, right palm down, left hand up. If you're pulling left, left palm down, right palm up, okay? Yes. So this is really handy if you do have a mirror you can look at yourself in, or do it with your eyes open rather than eyes closed and just see how that feels. And make sure that your crown, so the crown of your head faces straight up the whole time. So you're not tilting your head in any way. If anything, the movement of the spine is like a little slithering snake, if anything. Okay, but you're not tilting. And then come all the way to center, both palms up, reach up. And exhale, hands forward and down, come into table pose. Shift aside your props if you were using them, and then come into downward dog. Breathe in and out here. We'll stay in stillness as best as you can. Feel your breath move in and out of your nose as you anchor down through your index and thumb knuckles. You can strengthen and straighten your arms. So straighten your elbows. Feel the humerus bones pull into the shoulder sockets. And there's a sensation like you're being hugged around your outer tricep, outer shoulder area. Now you can pull your hips away from you, pushing the hips to the wall behind you. If your heels are toward the ground, flex your quadriceps. Practice lengthening your legs if the knees are bent. Feel your belly button pull in as your big toes push down. Make the connections. It's like you're making this beautiful triangle. And then nice and easy, make your way down into table. Sweep the feet to one side so you can easily sit your hips back and bring your feet out in front. So from here, let's work some space for the lower back. Your knees are bent and your hips are flat on the mat. Hands are just behind the thighs and sit tall. I like to wiggle my spine and wiggle my hips a little bit to make sure that I'm really rooted and I can easily rise up. Make sure your traps are softened. Your sternum feels like it's lifting up. Your belly button pulls in and down. Just feel that sensation and then pull it up. Now pull your belly and chest onto your thighs. So your elbows are pulling back. And breathe in. Look at your toes, breathe out. Make sure your toes are facing up to the ceiling. So if your toes were flopped out to the side, there's an indicator that you've got some sleepy muscles happening through the inner line of the legs and deep within the abdomen. So we want to wake those spaces up. Keep looking at your toes. Reach your hands for your feet. So your arms are long. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the resistance between your hands and feet and get longer in your spine. So wiggle your chest up and then gently pull yourself deeper onto your thighs. Use a bit of strength of your arms. Look at the space between the toes. You are now keeping the connection between your upper body and your lower body. Stay here or let the heels slide forward a little bit. Pause once you reach an edge. Inhale to get long with your torso. Exhale to feel the belly press into the thighs more. And then continue your journey. So we'll be here for a few minutes. And you continue to work space and maintain the connection between your belly and your thighs. Your chest is thinking of moving to your toes. Of course, it's not going to touch your toes, but you think about pulling it there, and your toes are facing the ceiling the whole time, creating all kinds of space in the lower back area. Can you press your big toe ball mounds forward a little bit? Notice the activation that creates. Breathe in, breathe out. If it's available to you and it's comfortable, you can let your head relax down, bringing your forehead toward your knees or your shins, depending on where you're at. Either way, your neck is long. You can breathe with ease in and out of your nose. And noticing if your body is starting to invite deeper inhales and more complete exhales, this is a good sign. And nice and easy, we move slowly. Start to release your hands so you can walk yourself up your legs. Bend your knees. You might want to scoot your hips forward a bit. Hands come behind. Press into the heels, slide the hips forward and up as you straighten your arms, reverse table. And we'll hang out here. You might like to have your fingers gently out to the sides a little bit. You find the spot that works well for you, where you can open your chest and find your hips at the same height as your knees. And exhale, lower the hips down. Good. Inhale, go back up. Open the heart. Hold and lower down. Good. Think of the space across your shoulders opening up super wide. One more time. Hips forward and up. Big open heart. The front of your shoulders, your pecs, everything gets a lovely opening. And the hips come down. Beautiful. Hinge the heel or slide the heels forward a bit and come to lay down onto your back. Hands are on your knees. Make sure your shoulder blades are flat underneath you. And cross the right ankle over the left. So your feet are flexed here, but not like super strong, just enough to keep that hook of your ankles. Hands on the kneecaps. Use your hands to draw circles with your knees. Whatever direction you're going is perfect. Just keep going. Make sure your neck is long here and you're maintaining the breath in and out of your nose as best as you can. Tip of the tongue toward the roof of the mouth will make it easier to breathe here. And just allowing the breath to move naturally. And reverse directions, so draw circles the opposite way. And remember, they're just nice, easy circles. These are so great for, well, a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons, of course, is the nervous system regulation that comes with this and how it unlocks the body's natural healing ability to ease tension, to release blockage that might have been there for a long time. And the other great part I find is like that it's so easy, right? It really can be as simple as this. Come into stillness. Cross your left ankle over your right now. And once again, draw circles with your knees. Go the opposite direction of what you were just doing. And if you can't remember, well, whatever, just keep going in the direction you're going because we'll switch it up eventually. Breath in and out of the nose, working to smooth out the spaces, the movement as best as you can. And switch, go the other way. Notice if things have smoothed out quite a bit. And of course, our whole practice also reduces inflammation, but I'm sure you all already knew that. Yoga has so many incredible benefits that it just makes sense to do it every day, you know? Especially when there's so many ways you can modify your practice. Let's come into stillness. Let your feet release down to the mat, uncrossing the ankles, and then let your legs come all the way down. And relax your arms overhead with the palms face up, and just pause here for a moment. Notice the shifting sensations of the body. You may feel some lovely ripples of relief, maybe even some ripples of joy, or sometimes laughter comes through. Maybe you're feeling a little heavier, but likely you're feeling a bit lighter after this practice. So notice what you notice. And then bring your inner awareness to your third eye and focus on something that you're really hoping for. So if there's a problem coming up in your life right now, what's the most ideal solution? If you're working on a project, what's your most ideal path forward? So whatever is relevant for you, just bring that to your third eye, bring that to your mind's eye, bring that to your focus. See the solution as if it already happened. Feel the path as if it's already happened. Keep focusing. Connect to the feeling of it already being solved, of you already walking the path. Stay focused on your vision. Close your legs together and point your toes. Stay focused on your vision. Stay focused on your feeling. Keep your toes pointed. Now bring your arms down so that the palms can rest on your thighs. Stay focused. Bring your chin in so you can float your head up. Stay focused. Now you can look at your toes and float the legs up if you like. Breath of fire. Hover your hands over your thighs if you can. Breathe in. And release. Everything comes down. Relax your arms to the sides, palms face up. Eyes are closed. Legs can open up again a little wider from each other. Let your toes get lazy and floppy. Simply focus on your breathing. Your heart rate will shift. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Notice all the shifting sensations in your body. As if you are feeling the solution, feeling the pathway that you've walked. You're feeling that awareness shift within your cells. And feel that sense of being grounded, connected, and feeling refreshed in who you are and what you bring to the world. Knowing that exactly who you are is a gift to the world. And only you carry the gift of being you. Feel a sense of warmth through your body. And let's enjoy a nice full inhale as we reach the arms overhead. Get a nice long stretch through your body. Maybe yawn. Maybe wiggle around a little bit. Eventually, drag your heels along the ground to bend your knees then into the chest. And bring yourself up into a seat. Sitting nice and tall here. Palms could come into prayer in front of the heart or rest on the legs. Draw a complete breath in and out. We'll close our class with the chant of Sat Nam, true you. Full inhale. Sat Nam. Full breath in. And let it go. Thanks for our practice today. Namaste.
Namaste.
Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope you feel awesome, of course. And yeah, if you do have some allergies happening, go to the guides section and do the spring cleaning workshop. It's a full series that will take you through draining your sinuses, getting your lymphatic system online. It'll help your immune function and all of that stuff. And of course, if you're still working on Breath of Fire, that's okay. It takes time to refine, it takes time to get comfortable doing it, and eventually your body will relax into the breathing. At first, might feel like you're like getting really tight, but eventually that will all soften as you begin to analyze what you're doing less and feel into it more. Yeah? All right. Much love, everyone. Thank you for being here. See you again soon. Bye.